Yo, what's up everyone? I hope you're doing well. I just want to do a very quick video kind of showing off 5 new outerwear pieces that I've got over this past year. I know I haven't done a video in like more than half a year, and it's really just because like YouTube's just like a hobby of mine, and like with a lot of hobbies it ebbs and flows on how, like, when I want to do it and if I'm motivated to do it or not. And so I just kind of like just took a break from it. I was just kind of like, I don't know, I just didn't really have the motivation to do it because like I said again, it's a hobby. I have a lot of different hobbies and there's only a certain amount of time in the day, and I just wanted to take a break from it. But I thought a good video would come back with to show off 5 new outerwear items that I got over this past year. They're not going to be like super in-depth reviews of them, but just kind of try it on, talk a little bit about it, and talk a little bit about how I style it. Other than that, I think it's gonna be a pretty straightforward, chill video. So anyways, before I get into it, my base outfit for all of these clips is this Los Angeles Apparel pigment dyed t-shirt, these Veilance Cambrai denim, got off of Grailed for like, I think it was like 150 bucks. It was like a really good deal. And then these Prada Brixton boots, I don't know. So that's the base for all these clips here. So the first jacket I want to show is from Enfin Leve. This is their Laurea jacket. I believe I said that somewhat correctly. And it's in their graphene material, which I think is a really neat material. It kind of has some cool properties to it. It has really cool texture as well. This jacket is lightly insulated, so it's not like a big winter heavy coat. It's not going to keep you super warm, but on mild winter days and colder spring and fall days, this is a really good option. I just really love the asymmetrical zip and the fit of it. I got a size medium. I'm 6'2" and have like a 38-inch chest roughly. The elbows are nicely articulated. It has kind of this cool collar, and when you unzip it, one of the flaps kind of flips over. And I thought the other day it kind of reminded me of like that Luke Skywalker Return of the Jedi flap. Not saying that I'm trying to dress like that, but I'm just saying it reminded me of that. This does come with a hood as well, though I do find that the hood on this is kind of small, so I don't really use it. Maybe I just have a long neck, or the hood was made a little small. However, I have heard from other people that the hoods on Enfin Leve jackets tend to be a little small. So a little bit about this fabric. It's called graphene. It's mildly elastic, waterproof, and allegedly has like thermoregular properties, so helps keep you cool, helps keep you warm. It is anti-static and apparently anti-odor as well, which I really like the texture and color of this graphene material. It almost kind of feels like a leather jacket, but you know, like those like yellow raincoats, like the classic ones, that kind of has that rubbery feel. It almost has that. It's not as like, it's not sticky, but it just kind of reminds me of a blend between like a leather jacket and like a rubber raincoat. Just in terms of texture, it's the best way I can describe it, I think. And then the color has a really nice kind of like charcoal gray. It has a sheen to it as well. So I just think it's a really, really unique piece. Definitely one of the more bold items in my closet. And it was a little pricey. It's like 960 euros, which, oh my God, it's very expensive. But I really like it. I think it's one of those pieces in a closet. I try and keep a lot of my closet to be like fairly wearable and not too like out there. However, this is one of those pieces that I just think has a nice bit of flair to it. So this came out not in the previous collection from Enfin Leve, but the one before. And when I saw it, I was like, oh shit, that's cool. And so I saved up for several months to go ahead and buy the Sold to Mold items. And I really like it. Generally, I like wearing it with some techier items, so you know, cargo pants, kind of just black denim as well. I really try and lean into kind of like the futuristic sci-fi-ish vibe that this jacket has. And in my closet, that is mostly kind of neutrals, grays, and blacks. This just fits in really nicely. The next jacket is from Jacob Wallace's brand, Jacov. And this is the object dyed shell jacket. So the material on this, it's kind of almost feels like moleskin, kind of almost has like a wax-ish texture to it. And it's a cotton base fabric, but then they of course treat it with a water repellent coating. And just the dye process just turned out so incredibly well in my opinion. It almost has a greenish undertone to this kind of very dirty gray color. And then the cut of this jacket is very nice. It's kind of leans more on the crop side and a little bit boxier, and I think it's super cool. Kind of reminds me of like a trucker jacket, but just very futuristic. And initially looking at this, it kind of looks pretty simple as it's not too many pockets. However, you do have 2 normal hand pockets, and then behind that, you do have 2 even bigger pockets that you can put a bunch of stuff in, gloves, whatever. And then kind of has a neat design feature that is this back pocket here. It's kind of like a backpack. There's a cargo pocket here, and then a flap above that. Not very usable, of course, but a very cool design. I think it looks pretty cool. Forearm pocket as well on the right arm. Elastic cuffs. Now, while they do call this a shell jacket, it is very mildly insulated. So again, like with the Enfin leve jacket, if it's a mild winter day or a cooler autumn or spring day, this is a very nice option to go with. And it does come with a hood as well that you can snap in, and it does fit a lot better. I do like how once you put it on, it has these extended flaps that kind of stick out. It's a very nice touch to the jacket. Generally, I don't wear the hood with it. When it comes to styling this, I think styling it with a lot of other kind of wash out tonal items is very cool. Because it is kind of a futuristic jacket, I do like wearing it slightly more with the techier vibe than, let's say, like more, you know, vintage wear or streetwear or whatever. So when I did buy this, it was slightly ripped right here on the arm, so I took it to a professional tailor and they stitched it up very nicely. Really, my only gripe with it is that when you zip it up, the zipper is a little stiff and it's easy to catch the fabric, so you kind of have to pull the fabric apart to zip it up cleanly without it snagging. But other than that, it's a really amazing jacket. I'm very happy to have this in my collection. Speaking of shell jackets, here is a traditional one from Arcteryx. This is the Fraser jacket. I've been eyeing this for a couple years now, and it came out in this color. I think it's called Foliage, but it's a really, I don't know, I could be mistaken. It's a very beautiful sage color, and it has a nice kind of matte texture to it. I did get this in a size medium, and the Fraser jacket, basically how it differs from other Arcteryx jackets, so this one is kind of cut and tailored more towards just city use than, you know, going off and backpacking, rock climbing, all that stuff. So for a lot of people out there buying, you know, the Arcteryx Beta, whatever, I think this is a really good option. It's much more subtle in terms of color and doesn't have the big flashy like dead bird on the side. And so it's a lot more under the radar than other Arcteryx jackets, in my opinion, which for me, I really do like. Some of my favorite features of it are the cuffs. I just think it flows very nicely with your wrist. And then the pockets as well, and how it kind of, the line goes from your neck out to your hips, and that's where your 4 pockets are. You have 2 normal hand pockets under this flap here, and then up on top on your chest you have to do 2 smaller pockets. But other than that, I mean, there's not too much to talk about. In terms of styling, I think because it is so simple and timeless, in my opinion, you can really wear it with about anything. So, you know, if you're just into streetwear or whatever, even if you're not into fashion, I think you can throw this on and it would be a very good functional jacket. You can go hiking with it. You know, you can just wear it around the city. Generally, when I style this, I do like kind of wearing it more slightly with the more techier look. But again, that's just me and my personal style. Even though this jacket is a little bit on the slimmer side, they articulated it very well, so it doesn't really hinder movement in your shoulders or in your arms. So again, it is kind of pricey. You know, it's an Arcteryx shell jacket, so you know you're looking at like, you know, $400 to $500. So again, it is pricey, but you know, I had a couple other shell jackets I sold, and I got this one. So yeah. Anyways, moving on. Sticking with the Arcteryx theme. This is from the Veilance collection. This is from last winter's collection. And this is the, I'm gonna butcher this, it's called the Mignon. It's Minion, I call it Minion. The Minion jacket. It's a very lightweight, just kind of daily insulated jacket. And I kind of stepped out of my comfort zone. I went with the Vapor color, which is a very nice, like snowy gray. The downside to that is that if you do rub up against like a dirty car or, you know, spill anything on it, it shows. However, I just went ahead and washed it with the Nick Wax down tech wash, and then dried it, and everything's fine. Sometimes if you get like a really small stain on it, what I asked the lady at the Arcteryx store when I bought it, just take a little bit of Dawn dish soap on a towel, like this tiny bit, and then just slowly massage out the little stain. And so you don't have to wash it like every single time you get a little stain on it, but again, just a little tip. Sidetracked here. Now, Veilance stuff generally runs a little bit smaller in my opinion, and so where I got a medium in the Fraser jacket, I got a size large in this. And it's a very just kind of classic cut, somewhat slim fit for an insulated jacket. I really love all the paneling throughout this whole piece. It's kind of hard to come across on camera, but the texture of this is insane. I really like it. It's kind of this like crinkle texture, and this whole jacket is just so lightweight. A very small but nice feature that this jacket does have is, like with the Fraser jacket, the pocket line goes from kind of the neck out to your waist, and then that's where your hand pockets are. And in these hand pockets, it's kind of like insulated with a fleece material, so it's kind of like a little hand warmer. I really like it. And I like layering this underneath the Fraser jacket if you kind of want to have an ultimate winter setup. This is extremely wearable. I mean, you can wear it with business casual stuff, you can wear it with super techie stuff. I mean, really anything. In hindsight, should I got like a black or like a soot color? Probably. However, I really like this color, and it's a good way for me to kind of step out of my comfort zone a little bit. But yeah, Arcteryx Minion, I don't know, Veilance jacket. Okay, the last jacket, the classic Carhartt Detroit. This isn't the classic Detroit one because I don't think they make it. It's the what do they call it? The model number OJ3828 medium. With all my jackets that are, you know, all fancy and like, you know, oh, it has a, you know, really cool technical material and it's very well fitted, you know, and even with my Veilance jackets, like, oh, it's why I can't rub up against anything dirty, otherwise I'm gonna have to wash it again. With all that, I just wanted a beater jacket. Something where I could work on my car, outside, I could do work around the house, you know, I could literally just throw it, if I'm working on something and it's hot, I could just throw it on the garage floor and not care about it. And this is it. Obviously, this is a classic American workwear piece. So definitely wear it more with, you know, kind of a vintage wear, just kind of jeans and a t-shirt type fit. I like wearing these with just kind of plain sneakers, some boots. I was looking on eBay for some used Carhartt jackets, and that was a odd awakening. I get a lot of them online are vintage, you know, so they're union made, made in America, you know, they're already like broken in and worn in because, you know, that is a look for sure. But even used new ones that are made, you know, outside the US, not union made and all that stuff, we're going for more money than a brand new one. So on eBay, I just went ahead and got this brand new. I was literally bidding on one that was the same exact jacket, like made in the last couple years, right? And it sold for like 120, and it was just lightly used. Where you can get a new one for like 90. And so I was like, dude, what? Something that's kind of cool with it, kind of like if you got a pair of raw denim, is you can break it in over time. And so the patina and all the wear marks are like kind of special to you. And so, yeah, these are very long lasting items. So I'm very glad I have it in my collection. When it comes to styling, again, you know, jeans, t-shirt. But anyways, those are 5 of the new outdoor items I've got in the past year that I haven't talked about on the channel. I think I may have touched on the Veilance jacket like once in my last couple videos, but I haven't really explicitly talked about it. So anyways, yeah, those are just 5 new jackets I've got over the past year. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I just want to say that I really do appreciate all the support I have on this channel. Like I said before, this is just my hobby, and so it's very nice to have, you know, people support that and watch your content and everything. It's very nice. I really do appreciate it. Anyways, I'll see you guys in video pretty soon. I think I said that last time, and it was half a year plus. But see you in the video pretty soon. So see ya. Bye. Boom.